Another growing season is nearly in the books. It's a combination of frequent early mornings and the occasional sleepless night, all capped by a flurry of activity at harvest. But the effort is worth it. Disease was held at bay, and the team worked hard to deliver another strong year. The tonnage looks good, and soon it'll be off to the piler to put a capstone on the season. It brings growers a special kind of satisfaction to know what hard work was able to accomplish. It seems like only yesterday the same team was breaking ground in the spring, yet here we are, at the culmination of a full year's work. Is it really the end of a single year? The finish of a long season? Or is it but a chapter in a larger story? And if so, when did that longer journey begin? Was it cultivating last spring, planting last fall, or was it earlier still? The fact is that the origins of a successful year like this go back much further and were literally decades in the making. The beginning wasn't the day the cultivator struck dirt. Instead, this trip's beginning was over a decade ago. It includes not only this team's sweat equity in the field, but also thousands of hours of work by partners this crew may never meet. It's a journey with humble origins. It begins in a test plot in a simple nursery. It's a tale of optimization, testing, and refinement over the years with hundreds of touchpoints from caring hands, all executed to condition the small but mighty sugar beet seed for resilience and vitality. I'm Megan, and I'm here for the larger story, the origin story behind the seed that North American growers trust. I will be sharing with you the care and effort it takes to produce the world's premier sugar beet seed. It happens right here in Oregon. Here in Tangent, millions of seeds are refined, tested, treated, and packaged, each hoping to become the next variety shipped to growers across North America. Producing seed that can flourish in each growing region is about much more than trial and error. It's a tale that includes equal parts science, technology, and testing. In a word, research. And like all good research, it begins with planning. This is Margaret. She oversees the development of new varieties.
It takes a lot of time and care to bring a variety to the market. The process can be 10 years or more. We have dozens of independent sales agents across 11 markets that bring the needs of the growers to the breeding group. Most growers require multiple disease and pest tolerance, and this is where we excel. We can bring up to 9 different tolerances together with high performance in a single variety. To bring the traits together in a variety, we have multiple complementary breeding programs that each provide a piece of the puzzle. We have over 50 researchers that work to achieve our goal. Each one of the breeding programs could start with over 1,000 individual parental lines. From the selected parental lines, we'll create over 200 experimental hybrids. Some of these are targeted very specifically for certain markets, and from this number, only 20 to 30 will ever make it to a commercial variety in any of our 11 markets.
To get a sense of the scope of the breeding efforts Margaret is describing, we decided to investigate the commercial seed processing area. Our growing operation spans locations in Oregon, Arizona, and Washington. Here in Oregon, that operation includes over 80 employees and approximately 100 seed varieties. This is Marcy. She coordinates with the commercial seed growers in the Willamette Valley.
So we plant steck nurseries, usually starting in early July here in Oregon, and then we finish up transplanting the rest of our nurseries in Arizona by the end of October. And a steck nursery is a small beet. So it's a beet that we're gonna go out, we plant the seed, it's gonna grow up into a fairly decent sized plant, but then we're going to dig that plant up and move it and transplant it into a commercial production field. As part of our steck nursery planning, we're getting information from product development, which is our breeders and our marketing groups, as to what we need to actually plant. Sugar beets are typically a biennial crop. This means that they'd come up in the spring, they'd grow, they'd go through a full summer, fall, winter, and then they produce a seed crop that following year. We've been able to kind of jumpstart this process through transplanting. This allows us to get fresh new products on the market, new varieties that have tested out really well in OVTs, and get them up to date, get them out into our growers' hands as fast as possible.
With such a large operation spread across many states, you can imagine that quality control becomes paramount. This is Mike. He oversees all of the quality functions at the Tangent facility.
Quality checks happen throughout the steps of seed production and processing. Every seed lot that runs through this plant gets a minimum of 29 quality tests done on it. We have a staff of 15 full-time employees that are in charge of running these tests and making sure that these tests are performed correctly. These quality checks are in place to ensure that nothing sneaks by us, that we have good quality seed. The benefit to the grower is that he can count on a consistently high quality product that is going to plant, germinate, and emerge, and then offer the protection that the seed treatment provides in the field that he's planting it in. Some seed treatments actually are long-lasting and systemic, so they'll go up into the plant and they'll provide a month or more of protection. The other benefit to this is you get the seed treatment right where you need it. You get it on the seed, so rather than a farmer having to go out and broadcast insecticide or fungicide on his field or in furrow, we're getting the right dose right there on the seed, right where you need it.
As you can see, this seed has been on the long and winding path that spanned over 10 years, touched 3 states and hundreds of individual hands. An incredible journey designed to equip a simple sugar beet seed with the vigor and vitality to ultimately become a beta seed. This is a journey defined by collaboration, both here on the farm and at Beta Seed. Trusted partners working together to lay the groundwork for future endeavors. Partners that sit at the convergence of technology, science, and care. This seed may be done with one journey, but is constantly being reimagined for years to come. Born from research, bred for resilience, and refined over time.